Hello.
Hello.
Everyone at some point has dreamed to become a great sports player. But to be a great sports player requires long hours that are physically demanding. If you can relate to this, then I have the sport for you. The answer is table tennis. Table tennis is my favorite hobby. I wasn't a very athletic child growing up, nor was I very interested in sports in general. I was also very impatient, not wanting to take time to learn anything. Other factors, such as having to go to school, prevented me from traveling to play sports. It was here that I found a hobby that has followed me throughout my entire life. I've been playing table tennis since I was 7 years old. Now, while I may not be an expert at it, I also consider myself quite skilled. However, the reason why table tennis is my favorite sport is because it's not very physical, it requires less time to learn, and the ease of access to it. While I'm sure most of us had getting in shape as a New Year's resolution this year, I'm also sure that most of us did not follow through with that resolution. But that's okay, because table tennis is not a very physical sport. Table tennis tables are very small. You can easily reach both ends of the table without having to move at all. These tables are 60 inches or 5 feet wide. This means that an entire table tennis match can be played without having to move at all. Although in a real match some movement is required, it pales in comparison to other sports. Most other mainstream sports require the player to travel vast distances in a total match. According to Run of the World, players can travel an average of 1.25 miles in football, 2.55 miles in basketball, 3 miles in regular tennis, and 7 miles in soccer. While these sports are measured in miles, table tennis is measured in steps. Since there's no physical requirement in order to play table tennis, it's possible to just jump in and play very easily, which is why table tennis requires less time to learn. The easiest time saver is not having to be athletic to be good at table tennis. It takes around 3.5 hours to be physically fit, according to Dr. Lowski. This can add up to several hundred hours in just exercise during the course of several years. In terms of skill, table tennis also requires less time. It takes around 2 to 3 years to master table tennis compared to the 5 years needed to master tennis. The combination of time needed to be physically fit and to master the skills in tennis makes it take several years longer than the couple years needed to master table tennis. But even if a person dedicates several years to master tennis, it's still not possible to just go outside and play tennis. Due to the size and cost of tennis courts, there are usually very few free tennis courts available to the public. Tennis courts are usually around 7,200 square feet wide, which is bigger than the backyard of most people. This is why private tennis courts are usually only seen in large mansions. On the other hand, table tennis tables are usually around $100 to $700 to own and can easily fit in a backyard or in a garage as they're only 112.5 square feet in size. This vast distance in size and price allows the average person to play table tennis from within the comfort and privacy of their own home. Since table tennis is less physical, requires less time to learn, and is easier to access, it has a lower barrier of entry, meaning that more people can play table tennis at any given moment. As a very impatient child, being able to just pick up a racket and being able to play well immediately captured my interest. As I grew older and had to spend more time at school and doing homework, being able to not having to practice and or travel to play table tennis allowed me to play table tennis whenever I wanted without worrying that it would affect my schedule. And for that reason, it is my favorite hobby. So if you ever have the time, a few minutes of your day to enjoy table tennis, I highly recommend it. I guarantee you will not regret it. Hello.
Bye bye.
Bye.